Push button, get mortgage. This is a famous slogan from Quicken Loans commercials that you may have seen on TV. My research project was actually done on Quicken Loans, which is a large company headquartered in downtown Detroit. It primarily focuses on mortgages, but has a couple other companies that we'll talk about as well. So I picked Quicken Loans because I work there, and I've been there for a little over 2.5 years, and I'm very passionate about it, which I thought it would be very fun to do a project that I was passionate about. So we're going to start off with why I chose Quicken, the family of companies. We're going to talk about our secret sauce, the external conflicts that affect Quicken Loans' business, some lawsuits, and then we'll wrap it up with just a nutshell of what Quicken Loans is all about. So why I chose Quicken? Again, I work there, but I am very passionate about it. I'll give you some facts about Quicken Loans in case you haven't heard about us. We are the second largest mortgage company in the United States. We closed roughly $96 billion in loans in the year of 2016, and we're shooting for a goal of $100 billion this year. We do a lot of things besides mortgages as well, which we'll move on to. We have this thing called the family of companies. The family of companies is a collective group that we kind of oversee and manage. You might have heard of some of them. The Cleveland Cavaliers is our biggest one. They won the 2016 NBA championship. One of them is Fathead, which is a company which prints giant poster boards that you can put on your wall. We actually have one right here that we can show you. It's a 6.5-foot mural of the big house at the Michigan Stadium. You can peel it off and re-stick it. It's pretty cool. You should check them out. We own a couple companies called StockX, which is our brand new venture, which we're really excited about. StockX is a company which is kind of like the stock market of things, we like to say. Mostly prices designer handbags and watches. We own a few casinos, Greektown, Jack's Casino down in Ohio. So a lot of people just think we're about mortgages, but we have a lot more to offer than just mortgages. Next, let's talk about what makes Quicken Loans special and so successful. Basically, they're called ISMs. Those are our secret sauce. That's ISMS. It's a rule book that we follow that make us successful. There's 19 of them. Some of them are a little kooky, wacky, but we follow them all, and they've led us to success so far. My personal favorite ism would be we eat our own dog food, which is one of those quirky, wacky ones that I was talking about, and it kind of seems a little bit odd. So what it means is that as a team member at Quicken Loans, we eat our own dog food. So we stay at Greektown Casino, we buy Fatheads, we get team member mortgages, and we're all offered discounted rates at this, which is really good and makes team members very happy. We also are very big into team member empowerment. We even have a whole team dedicated just to taking feedback from our team members to improve our daily work task. The team's called Mousetrap. A way that we get our team members involved is by offering prizes if you submit so many, we call them cheeses because it's a mousetrap, but if you submit a cheese, you get money, and you're also making the company better. Now we're going to move on to a lot of the external conflicts that affect Quicken Loans' business. There are a few, including federal laws and state laws not necessarily coinciding. It kind of leaves us in a gray area, which does cause some conflict, especially when we are a lender of FHA, which is the government. We are the largest FHA lender. Sometimes they say we have to follow the federal law and the state law, but sometimes, especially if a client is bankrupt, etc., it's kind of difficult to do that. Another one is the Federal Reserve changing the interest rates. So if you know how the Federal Reserve works, you know that they buy and sell bonds to control the money circulation in the economy. Main reason is for inflation. Now, if you sell bonds, you are basically taking up a lot of the money in the economy, which means there's less. It becomes more expensive to borrow and more expensive to lend. Interest rates go up. Vice versa, if you were to do the other way, interest rates go down when there's more money circulation. It's cheaper to borrow, cheaper to lend, more people get mortgages. So that's something that's completely out of our hand and kind of puts us in a constant state of panic, because at any time the Federal Reserve can start fighting inflation by either selling or buying up bonds, and that could affect our business right away. Now we're going to talk about lawsuits. They also kind of affect our business. We've closed $300 billion since 2013, so obviously there's going to be some lawsuits. Most of them are smaller, with bankruptcy clients and getting foreclosures and following state and local laws. But we do have a very large lawsuit that's been going on for about 5.5, 6 years now. It's called the FHA versus Quicken Loans lawsuit, and this does definitely affect our business and our reputation. FHA is subsidized loans from the government. They are suing us, and we're also still the largest lender, but they're suing us for selling them bad loans and fudging numbers. Now this lawsuit's obviously still going on. Only time can tell what happens, but it definitely affects us. Now we're going to wrap it up with Quicken Loans in a nutshell. Basically, we're this large company that's headquartered downtown Detroit. We have about 16,000 team members, which make our company successful, following our isms. Even though we have a lot of external problems that are kind of out of our hands and what we can do, we work hard. We have that work hard, play hard mentality to try and be the number one company. We do have a lot of awards. We have 13 JD Power Awards. We've been named the number one place to work in IT by Computer Magazine for 5 consecutive years. We try to improve each and every day, as with all these awards and being kind of the industry standard in mortgages and servicing, we have a target on our back from other mortgage companies, so we definitely need to improve each and every day. One of our big goals this year is to raise our customer satisfaction rate. With third-party and internal reporting methods, we got about 96% of our customers would recommend us. We want to get that number higher each year at the end goal of 100%. Quicken Loans, push button, get mortgage.